Let us begin. This is Penrose776, and today we're looking at the new Easter New Heroes trailer, Special Heroes trailer. I've only seen the silhouettes, not sure who they are, but oh, that's Severa. Severa?
Listen up, because I'm only
Severa.
gonna say this
Aha.
once. Have a very happy spring.
Horse, red tome, and let's look at her skills. What do we have here? Gulin Kambi Egg. Accelerates special trigger, cooldown count -1. At start of combat, if foe's HP is greater than or equal to 75%, grants attack and speed +6 during combat, and also if unit initiates combat, and unit or an ally has already entered combat during the same phase, unit attacks twice. Very interesting, very interesting. That's attack speed +6 if foe's HP is above 75%, which is an easy condition to meet most of the time. And if another unit or Severa herself has already attacked, it's now a brave weapon. Spicy. I could definitely see this being used on, for instance, a cav line. It's not an ideal cav line weapon because sure, the attack speed +6 that's powerful, but there's no real guarantee that you can make someone else attack first, right? I mean, cav line's possibly the best place for someone else to attack first. The whole point of a cav line is forcing an engagement against multiple units, but how are you going to make Selena definitely go after everyone else? Well, that's for you to figure out. Moonbow, again, with special cooldown count -1 for Brave Weapon, sometimes Brave Weapon. 2 cooldown specials are going to be very strong here, trigger a lot. Our Dual Cavalry 4, again, it's a dual skill. It's not really for her, unless you're +10ing her, this seasonal unit. But if there's any Red Cavalry units you want to use in Arena that you already have, +10, this is what you should be pulling for. Lull speed res 3, good fodder, joint hone attack, decent fodder. Let's carry on.
Don't you dare doze off!
Nice attack animation. Love her pigtails going woo in the wind. That's what, Inigo? Yeah, Inigo. Good. He wasn't Laszlo this time. He does look ridiculous, but we love you anyway. These are skills. Starting off here with the weapon, Springy Bow Plus. That's an inheritable. Effective against flying foes. At start of combat, if foe's HP is greater than or equal to 75%, grants attack speed +5 to unit and neutralizes unit's penalties to attack and speed during combat. Immediately, this is a very spicy inheritable weapon, right? 75% HP, that's an easy condition to meet. Most of the time, you're only going to be not meeting that condition if you've deliberately damaged the opponent beforehand. And attack speed +5, good stats to have, but also neutralizing units' penalties is big, because so long as your penalties are neutralized, it's now safe to put buffs on that unit. With neutralization of penalties, panic isn't going to turn those buffs into a horrible mistake for you. Rally attack speed plus, good fodder. G-Dual flying 4, great fodder again, but not for this unit unless you're +10ing him, it's arena fodder. And attack speed Rhine 3. Good skill, always good to have more copies of it in the pool. If you've got a green fly you can take the Dual and the Rhine at the same time. Good unit to have.
Ha.
Let's see who's next. That Dragoon Minerva,
Rabbits,
right?
eggs, and pretty colors.
Yes.
This festival is full of adorable decorations.
Oh, it sure is. I actually really love the outfit and lance there. Springy Lance Plus. Okay, this looks like a demote unit. At start of combat, if foe's HP is greater than or equal to 75%, attack speed +5, neutralizes penalties. Same as the bow, same sort of inheritable weapon. Bonfire, good. Attack def solo free, nice to have in the pool at least. and odd attack wave 3. Well, not much. But, you know, as a 4-star, she's cool. I'll give her that. At the very least, I think her art, her quotes look, very nice. Who's that? That looks like Nah. And who's with her? Myrrh! Oh, Myrrh, of course. I can see the dragon wings now, that makes sense. Colorless flying dragon.
Do this.
Ooh, let's look at these. Lilac Jade Breath. Accelerates special trigger, cooldown count -1. Good start. If foe initiates combat or if foe's HP equals 100% at start of combat, grants attack speed, defense res +5 to unit during combat, and reduces damage from attacks during combat and from area of effect specials, excluding Roka, by 40%. And the normal dragon, if foe's range equals 2, calculates damage using the lower of foe's defense or res. That's on all dragons. 40% damage reduction, and you get it for free so long as the enemy initiates combat or, you know, if they are at full health. But on enemy phase, just all the time. Incredible. This is insane. Look at Brave Ike, right? Brave Ike was so prevalent in the metagame for so long just because 40% unconditional damage reduction was incredibly strong on him. And he had 162 base stats, 172 with Resplendent. As a current gen flying dragon, Myrrh here is going to have the same base stats as Resplendent Brave Ike, if not better, and similar weapon effect. The difference is that she also gets +5 to everything from her weapon effect. Nuts. And to be fair, she does have some other disadvantages. There's dragon effective weapons, there's fire effective weapons, so she's not necessarily going to be just plain better than Brave Ike, but at the very least this should give you a clue that this is an unit with the potential to be insanely good. Looking at the rest of her kit, Noontime, any 2 cooldown special with the slaying effect in her weapon is going to trigger a lot. Distant counter, great to have, you probably want it on her anyway, so it's saving you some fodder by putting it in her base kit. Dragon's Eye free. It's better quick riposte, it's what you want. And attack res Rhine free. The Rhine skills are just very good on flyers. I think this is potentially perhaps not a meta-defining unit because, of course, the gold standard for end turn units is Brave Hector, tanky armors with save skills, but still, she doesn't compare to those, but she is very strong in her own right. The fly mobility is a huge advantage over those armors. Definitely consider picking her up. And actually, if I can suggest something a little spicy, Dragon's Eye free is probably best in slot, but you could replace that with Dragon Wall free, supposing she has good res, which she probably does. Dragon Wall free for an extra 40% damage reduction based on res. Let me just do the numbers quickly. 0.6, 0.6, 0.36. That would be 64% damage reduction on everything all the time. I'd say that's pretty good. So long as you don't run into an enemy with high resistance, of course, but even then you've still got 40%. Let's see her attack. Obliterated that cleric at least. Oh, and I forgot she had a harmonized skill as well. Let's stop on this. Grants Resonance Blades, so that's attack speed +4, and the following effect: to units and allies from the same titles as unit for 1 turn, foe cannot make a follow-up attack. Follow-up prevention. Very strong. And grants the following effect to unit for 1 turn, neutralizes effective against flying bonuses. Well, remember what I said about effective against flying damage earlier? Ignore that. We ignore it. Okay. In which case, that's more or less all of her problems solved. And I think if we go forwards here, we can actually see her stats as well. 40 HP, 54 attack, 25 speed, 40 defense, 35 res. Pretty min-maxed. I like that. Good unit. Let's keep going. Here's a harmonized skill.
We're bunnies. Bunny sounds.
Bunny sounds. Top tier unit for just cuteness as well. And yet, there you go. There's that damage reduction in action. Only taking 5 damage there. Put flowers on the dragon. Love it. And last but not least, let's see if there is a Tempest Trial unit here. And indeed there is. He looks like a Axe Cavalier. He is... Who is he? Who is that? I feel like I should recognize him, but I do not. Well, I guess we'll never know. But in any case, expect an inheritable axe version of the weapons here as well. Bear that in mind. Let's get going. And there's the confirmation that Miranda is 4-star focus. Will I be rolling on this? Probably not. The units are good if you want any dual skills, pick those up, and then you've of course got powerful dragons. But there's no sparking on this banner, and there's a mythic banner coming in the near future as well, so I'm going to be saving, but if you're not, let me know, and I'll see you all next time.